So this past year, I played my district semifinals game on my 18th birthday. And at first, I was super upset because I didn't want to be playing basketball on the night of my birthday. But it ended up being one of the best moments of my life because that day, I scored 18 points on my 18th birthday, also making me leading scorer for that season. And in that moment, I remembered why I fell in love with the game of basketball in the first place. Since I was 6 years old, I played for different competitive teams, my middle school and high school team. I was a district champion, an Elite 8 finalist, and voted captain my senior year. So that's why today, none of that would have been able to have happened if I hadn't perfected the skill of how to dribble a basketball. So today, I'm going to teach you guys the technique to dribble a basketball, the different kinds of dribbles you can do in a game, and why you want to dribble in the game of basketball. So this way, the next time you're out cheering on the Florida Gators in the O'Connell Center, or you're at the Student Rec Center and you're seeing people play pickup games, you'll have a little bit more appreciation for why they dribble in the game of basketball. So to start is the different techniques. And although the technique has only slightly changed, the rules of the game have been completely different throughout the years. According to John Cantwell, writer of the American Journal, women weren't even allowed to dribble in the game of basketball until the 1950s, although the technique has been pretty much the same. So first, you want to make sure that when you dribble a basketball, you want to use your fingertips and not your palm. So you don't want to slap at the ball, otherwise you won't have good control. Also, you want to make sure that you use your forearm and your wrist, so that way when you are dribbling the ball, it's like you're pounding a nail into the floor. Next, you want to make sure that you stay low. You want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart and bend your legs low enough, so that way when you're pounding the ball, it stays at waist level or lower. Next, you want to add an arm bar. This is good so that way if a defender tries to steal the ball, you're protecting the ball while you're dribbling. And you want to make sure to keep your eyes up so that way you can see if a defender is coming, or you can see if another teammate is open, so that way you can look up and pass. So you want to make sure that this is your proper stance so you finally look that. Now that you know the proper technique of how to dribble a basketball, we're going to talk about the different kind of dribbles you can do in a game. The first is the crossover. And from Jeff Hoffner from USA Basketball states that this is the best kind of move to do in a game when you're trying to change direction. So first, you want to start with the ball in one hand. And when you start dribbling, you want to put all your weight on that same leg and simultaneously cross the ball over into your other hand while shifting weight onto your other foot. So this way you can blow past your defender or change directions so that without having to stop in the middle of the game. The next is a hesitation dribble, which according to James Gels from Coach's Clipboard, a trusted coaching site, it's the best move to do whenever you're trying to get around a defender. So first, you want to start, usually your defender's a few feet away from you, and so you'll speed dribble up to them, and then you're going to shift your weight from your front foot to your back foot, and then back to your front foot so that you can blow around your defender, because the change of speed will throw your defender off, and you'll have ample time to get around them. And next is the speed dribble. When you speed dribble, this can be seen as one of the hardest dribbles in the game of basketball because you want to push the ball out ahead of you while you're running. So a lot of people will push it too far and will end up completely losing control of the ball and creating a turnover. That's why Ryan Tremblay from Hoop Alerts states that when you are speed dribbling, the main thing is to have control so that you don't turn over the ball and the other team gets it. Or according to Coach John Wooden from UCLA and winner of 10 national championships with state, you must be quick but never hurry. Now that you know the proper technique and the different kinds of dribbles in the basketball game, we're going to talk about why you want to dribble. Because sometimes you'll get the ball and you're not sure if you want to pass, dribble, or shoot. But the main reason you dribble in a game is that you can get somewhere. When you have the ball, you can't just walk around the court and think nothing's going to happen. They're going to call a travel and you're going to turn over the ball to the other team. So no matter what you do, you have to dribble if you want to get somewhere. The next is to open up a passing lane. So many plays will start where you'll be at the top of the key and you'll have to dribble to the right or to the left, so that way the defense will shift in a certain way so that you can open up another teammate and you can pass it to them and then hopefully score. Finally, a good reason you dribble is to kill the clock. So whenever there's a close game and one team's up by a few points, you try and dribble at the top of the key leisurely because there's minimal time left and you want to just try and run that clock so then the other team doesn't have a chance to steal the ball, go on the other side of the court and score. But according to Alex Thatcher, writer of the NBA Encyclopedia, the NBA actually tried to prevent this from happening by creating a shot clock. So this way the game keeps going because it was becoming too boring and not enough people were watching it because the outcome of the final seconds of the game could have been different if they were using the shot clock. So now that you know the different techniques and the different kinds of dribbles you can use in game and why you want to dribble, I hope the next time you're out watching the Gators in the O'Connell Center or at the Rec Center, you'll have a little bit more appreciation of the art of dribbling. As Wayne Gretzky would say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. However, in order to shoot, you have to dribble down the court first. Thank you.